Welcome to Retax Solution Python programming module. This is a continuation class. Before we move on to today's class, we will give a wine pressure for what we learned yesterday. Yesterday we started with the basics of Python programming, of what is a Python programming is, and history of Python programming, and we move on to the applications we can create using Python, and also we learned about the print function in Python, and we learned how to create variables and rules and regulations of creating variables in Python, and also a few basics of types of data types and a few data types introductions, and also we perform some perform some actions using inbuilt functions using Python in a string, like string indexing, string slicing, and converting a string into an upper and lower case, and replacing a string like that. Okay, in today's class we're going to start with the Python operators. What is a Python operator? Before we finish this today's class, at the end of this module, you will have a clear cut of how calculation can be performed on objects in Python. By end of this tutorial, you will be able to create a complex expression by combining objects and operators. Okay, what is an operator in Python? An operator is a symbol that specifies an operation to be performed on the operands. Okay, what is an operand? Operand is nothing but of the variable we choose. Okay, for example, in the first example, this is an expression of an operator which has a plus b plus the operator. Okay, the operator is nothing but of the variable, the third variable. Okay, there are two types of operators in Python. Okay, unary operator and a binary operator. In unary operator, you need only one operand. Operand is nothing but of the variable. Here a is an operand and b is an operand. Okay, in unary operator we need only one operand. Okay, we can perform a calculation based on that. In binary, it acts upon the two operand. We need a two operand to perform a calculation. For example, addition, multiplication, and subtraction. We need two operand. Okay, two variable to perform an operations. Okay, that is called binary operator. Types of operator. In Python, we have a 7 set of operator types, starting from arithmetic operator, comparison operator, assignment operator, logical operator, bitwise operator, membership operator, and identity operator. We will see each of these in depth. Okay, in the coming sessions. Okay. The first operator is arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operator is nothing but of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, module, and exponent and float division. These are the subcategories of arithmetic operator. Okay, now we will see a little bit of coding using arithmetic operator. I am using Ripple, which is an online code editor. It's openly free, and you can use your own editor and you can use your own IDE for sure. Okay. First, we're going to create a two variable, a with the value of 5 as an integer, and b variable with a value of 10. Okay, we have a two variable in this, and using this, and also I'm going to create a third variable c which has another value. Okay, using these three sets of variable, we're going to perform some arithmetic operations. Okay, the first arithmetic operation we're going to see is addition. Okay, the addition arithmetic operator is denoted using the plus sign. Okay, as plus sign, I'm going to perform some addition of a and b. Okay, this is an addition operator. Okay, this is the example of an additional operator. Okay, additional operator denotes using a plus sign, like a plus b and c plus a. You see that a plus b is 15 and a plus c is 25. We got the correct output over here. This is an addition operator. Next subset of arithmetic operator is subtraction operator. Which is denoted by the minus sign. Okay, we're going to print a minus c and print b minus a. As you see this, we got the output of a minus c. You see the c has a greater value than b, that's why it has been becoming a negative value. Okay, because we have given c a minus index. Okay, that's why the output was in a minus value. Okay, this is an subtraction, another subset of arithmetic operator, subtraction. Next subset of the arithmetic operator is multiplication. Okay, in multiplication, it's denoted using the stars keyword. Okay, this keyword is denoted for multiplication in Python. Okay, print a star b and print b star c. Okay, this is an output of for the multiplication operator. This is denoted using a multiplication operator is denoted using a star symbol. Okay, next operator is next subset of the arithmetic operator is division operator. It is denoted by the forward slash. Okay, in Python, division operator is denoted by forward slash. Okay, we're going to print a divide by b divide by a and print c divide by a. Okay, you see we got a value of 2.0, which is 10 divided by 5 is 2 and 20 divided by 5 is a 4. But in division operator, the forward symbol will give us a result in a float format. Okay, you see that we got a result using in a float format. Okay, if you want a value in an integer, okay, in a whole number without this point, you can use a float division. In Python, we have another set of division. It's called a float division. It is denoted by the double forward slash. Okay, when we use a double forward slash in a Python, it is denoted as a float division, which will give a whole number as an output. For example, a float divided by b float divided by a and print c float divided by a. You can see that we have been float dividing it and we got an integer. Okay, a whole number as an output. Okay, the division is denoted by a forward slash, and when we use this forward slash, we will get the output as a float number. Okay, we will get a value with a decimal point. Okay, when we use a float division, we will get a value as an integer, as a whole number. Okay, this is the difference between a division and a float division in Python. Okay, next we're going to see a module. Okay, next subset of arithmetic operator is module operator. Module operator is denoted using the percentage symbol. Okay, print a mod b and print b mod b mod c. Okay, a module operator is nothing but of which gives a remainder of the operator. Okay, which will give the remainder of this calculation. Okay, for example, a mod b means 5 mod 10, we will get a remainder of 5. Okay, and b mod c, we will get a remainder of 10. Okay, this is what a module function can do. A module will return a remainder of an operand. Okay, so and the next final subset of arithmetic operator is exponent. Exponentation. Okay, exponentation is denoted using a double star. Okay, anything in a double star is considered as an exponentiation. Okay, for example, I'm going to using a print A double star of B. Okay, maybe A double star. I'm just using a double star. Okay, A exponent of 2. Okay, it's nothing but of A to the power of 2. Okay, A square, like that. And we can also print A to the power of B, like that. Okay, when we print this, you see A to the power A square will be 5 into 5 will be at 25, and A to the power of B value is 10, and 5 to the power of 10 is this value. Okay, 9765 625. This is what an exponent output will be. It will be in a whole number. Have it in mind. When we use a single star means it will be a multiplication. When we use a double star mean it will be an exponent. Okay, make sure and make caution in this method. Okay, next we are going to move on. The next operator is assignment operator. Next type of operator is assignment operator. Assignment operator is nothing but of assigning a particular value or a particular value to another variable. For example, we will take the example from the previous method. We will get the variables. We got 3 sets of variables A, B and C. What I'm going to do is I'm going to assign a variable A to variable. I'm going to assign variable value of B variable to a value of A variable. Okay, assignment operator as being first subset of assignment operator is equal. Okay, I'm going to assigning it A. I'm going to assigning the value of B to the value of A. Okay, this is a assignment operator. If we print A, you will get the value of B because we have assigned a value of B variable to value of A variable. Okay, this is a assignment operator. Okay, next type of assignment operator is A A plus equal to 5. Okay, this is a type of assignment operator in where we are adding a number of 5, adding a value of 5 to a value A variable. Okay, if we print, as you see, we got a value of 15 over there because in previous line we have assigned value of B to value of A. Now we have added a 5 more value to the A, and that's why the output will be in 15. Okay, this is an assignment operator. Okay, assigning a value to another variable, it's called an assignment operator. Okay, we will do a calculation using this both two operator, assignment and arithmetic operator. What I'm going to do is I'm having a 3 variables. Okay, A plus A, B and C. First I'm going to create a new variable N. Okay, now I'm going to multiply A and B. Okay, next I'm going to add these values with C. Okay, or else, and next I'm going to multiply C with A. Sorry. Okay, and I'm going to print N. I'm going to print N. Okay, as you see in this line, the basic rule of Python operator is when we have a multiplication or a division, this operator will perform first. Okay, for example, if I made a C plus A in a first line, the Python will first execute the multiplication operation first, and then only it will go for the addition. Okay, if we run this, you will get a value of 170. Okay, what I'm going to do is simply I'm going to wrap C and A in a bracket. Okay, parenthesis, and this type of denotes is first the variable inside the parenthesis C plus A will perform first, and then the value C plus A value will be multiplied with B, and after that only C plus A will be multiplied and the total value, both of the values will be added. Okay, if I print this, you will get a value of 350. Okay, this way we can perform operators. Okay, make in a mind. Okay, multiplication division will be performed in a will given a first preference when we do an arithmetic operation, then only the multiplication and the subtraction will be done. If you want to make the addition or a subtraction to be done first, make sure you wrap them in a parenthesis. Okay, next type of operator is comparison operator. Okay, in comparison operator means comparing of two variables. Okay, comparison operator is nothing but of comparing a two sets of variables. Okay, a comparison operator is nothing but of comparing a two sets of variable to see whether their operation is equal or whether the condition is satisfied. Okay, we will see the comparison operator in practice. Next operator is a bitwise operator. Bitwise operator, it works on bits and perform bit by bit operation. For example, when we have basically a computer understand only zeros and ones. Okay, when we give an input to a computer, it may be a string or it may be a integer like that. We have a in this slide we have a okay, which is a 60 and b which is a 30. When we give this value to a computer will convert it into a bit. Okay, it only understands zeros and ones like this. Okay, this is what a 60 which is computer know. Okay, first before we move on to a bitwise operator, first we will know how we can convert a number to a bit. Okay, bitwise operator. Okay, okay, for this I'm going to use a paint tool to explain how we can do this. Okay, basically the bitwise operator, before we perform the bitwise operator we need some values for it. Okay, the value starting from 1, the addition of 1 plus 1 and 1 is 2, the addition of 2 plus 2 is 4, the addition of 4 plus 4 is 8. Okay, the addition of 8 plus 8 is 16, the addition of 16 plus 16 is 32, the addition of 32 is 64. Okay, these are the values we have to create a bitwise operation. Okay, to convert an integer to a binary format. Okay, first we have two variables. Okay, we have two sets of variables, a to value of 60 and b to value of 30. Okay, okay, first we will see using these values. Okay, we will take this as a table. Okay, we will see which number, addition of which number will give the result of 60. Okay, for example, in this scenario, if we had a 16 and 32, it will give about a 48. Okay, it will give 42. Sorry, if we had 8 and 32, we will get a 40, and 16 plus 4 we will get a 20, and addition of both we will get a output of 30. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 0. Okay, I'm going to put a 0 in where the value, I'm going to put a 0 for 1 because we don't get any value by adding a 1, and we're going to put a value to 2 also, 0 2 also, and coming to the 4 we will put as a 1 because addition of 4 and 16 and 32 and 8 only give a value of 60. Okay, I'm going to put 1 to all those numbers, 4 8 16 32, and for 62 we will put 0. Okay, this is a binary format of value 60. As we see, this is a binary value of 60. Okay, we can check also in the Python. Okay, to check the value of binary format, I'm gonna assign a A to the value of 60, and I'm gonna print the binary format of A. Okay, we will get the output as 0B 111100. Okay, as we get here. Okay, this is the way we can convert a number to a binary operator. Okay, now we will perform some bitwise operator using this method. Okay, our next operator is a bitwise operator. Bitwise operator, we have 6 type of methods. First one is what is an output of A and B. Okay, our first problem query will be A and B. Okay, the bitwise operator of A and B. Okay, this is a bitwise number of 30. Okay, we have 60. For value of 60 we got 0 0 1 1 1 1 0, and for 30 we got 0 1 1 1 1 1 0 and 0. Okay, we are going to compare these two operators. Okay, okay, we will change the value of B as per our slide. Okay, I will change the value of B. Okay, okay, so we got a value of bitwise number of 60 and also bitwise number of 13. Okay, what we are going to do is we want to reverse this function. Okay, because when we want to know the value of binary format of a number, we want to print it in a reverse format. For example, we will start with a 62 32 16 8 4 2 1 in a reverse order. For our convention only, I have taught you from a normal order. Okay, when we want to perform a calculation, we want to reverse this function and we do a calculation. Okay, our first calculation will be an AND operator. Okay, bitwise AND operator. What this AND operator means? We want to compare the value of A, bitwise operator of A, and bitwise operator B. Okay, we will show the output. Okay, in this condition, what is the condition is if we got both values. Okay, we have a zeros and one will be a 0 will be a true value, false value, and 1 will be a true value. Okay, if we got a both value true means our output will be a true one. If we got a both value false means our output will be a false one. Okay, if we got any of the values false and any of the values true also, the output will be a false one. If you want a true value means we need only a correct, we need both of the values must be a true. Okay, when we compare these both, okay, first we compare zeros and zeros, the output will be a 0 because we don't have any true value, and next one 0 and 0, we will get the output as a 0. Okay, and next format 1 and 0, we got a 1 true value and other one is a false value, and we will get output as 0. And next we got both are true values. Okay, we will get a number 1. Okay, and next we have both true values, we will get number 1. Okay, in next format we got a 1 true value and other one is a false value, we will get 0. And next one 1 0 and 1 1, we will get 1. Okay, this is a binary format of, this is a value we get when we perform an AND operator. Okay, this is a value. Now we are going to compare this with this value. As I said before, I am going to reverse this number. Okay, I'm going to reverse this number 62, starting from 62 and 32, 16, 8, 4, 2 and 1. Okay. Now we will apply this number to corresponding of this and we will find which number we have. Okay. First is 0. 32 also we got a 0. For 16 also we got a 0. For 8 we got a 1. For 4 we got a 1. And for 2 we got a 0. And 1 we got a 1. Okay. Now adding those number which we have 1. Okay. 8 in 8 corresponding to 8 we have 1. Corresponding to 4 we have 1. And 1 we have 1. Okay. Adding those numbers 8 plus 4, 12 and 1 will be a 13. Okay. Okay, when we adding those numbers, we will get the value. Okay, corresponding to 8, we have 1, corresponding to 4, we have 1, and adding of those numbers will be at 12. Okay, now we will run this code in using a Python. I have a two variable, I have created two variable, A to 16 and B to 13. Now I am printing A and B using the bitwise operator AND. Okay, bitwise operator for AND is denoted using this AND symbol. Okay, now we will get the output as 12. Okay, this is a bitwise operator. Bitwise operator and okay. Next type of bitwise operator will be NOT. Sorry, OR. Okay. Next type of bitwise operator will be an AND operator. Okay, I'm going to clear these things. Okay. I'll reduce the font size. Okay. To 70. Okay. Next, the bitwise operator will be and 1. AND operator. Okay, I'm going to compare the AND operator. It is a vice versa for. Sorry, not an AND operator. Our next operator will be OR operator. Okay, OR operator is denoted using OR symbol. Okay. I'm going to taking these binary numbers. First, we're starting with 60. The binary value of 60 will be a 0, 0, double 1, 1, 0. I'm going to perform AND operator. I'm going to perform AND operator for this number. Okay. I'm taking the value of 13. 13 value, binary number of 13 will be okay. AND is a vice versa of OR is a vice versa of AND function. Okay. If we have a true, well, if we have a single value of true also, it will give an output as a true. For example, here we have a 0. Okay, in here we have a 0. The output will be both of the value is false. Okay, the both of the value is false, and we will get a value of false. Here also we got a both the value as false. We got a value false. Okay, false. In here we got a one true value and another one is a false value, and you will get an output as a true, because in OR operator any one of the variable is true means the output will be a true. Okay, that's the difference between and OR and OR. Okay, we will get a true, here also a true, here also a true value, and here is a false one, and here is a true one. This is a output value of A and B OR operator. Okay, then when we compare this to this, okay, for example, we got 16, 8, 4, I think so 2. Okay, adding the numbers corresponding to 1, we got 30, sorry, Okay. Now we have change in values. Okay. This is called an 8-bit operator. Okay. I've done previous formula. I've done up to 64. Now I can add another value of 128. We got 8 values. Okay. This is called an 8-bit operator. Okay. Now we compare the AND. Okay. The output of the AND will be 0 0 double 1 double 1 0 and 1. We compare with this operator. We will get a value for 32, 16, 8 and 4 and 1. Okay. Adding of these number will be an output will be a 61. Okay. Now we will do the same function using a Python operator. I'm gonna have value of a and b. I'm gonna print what is the value of a and b. Okay, a or b. The output will be a 61. Okay. This is how we can format we can do binary operations in Python and also manually. Okay, this method we can perform binary operation manually. Okay. Next operator will be an OR operator. OR operator is nothing but of then next format will be an OR operator. OR operator is nothing but of when we have both the values true means both the values false means the output will be a false one. When we have one false and one true, the output will be a true one. For example, if we have a double zero here, it will be a false one, and we have double zero here, it will be a false one, and in here we have one and 10. Okay, it will be a true one. Here one value is true and one value is false, we get a true. Here both the values is true, we get a false. Both the values true, we get a false. Both the values false, we get a false. And one value is true and one value is false, we get a true. Okay, this is the answer for XOR. Okay, XOR operator. XOR operator is denoted using this symbol, cap symbol. Okay, XOR operator is denoted in Python using the cap symbol. Okay, the output of this will be 32 plus 16 plus 1. Okay, 49. Okay, now we will check this in a Python using a Python. I'm gonna print a cap b, which is in XOR. The value will be 49. Okay. And next operator will be a NOT operator. As we see before, a NOT is nothing but of. Okay, we have done up to 3. Okay, NOT operator. And next one will be a NOT operator. NOT operator is nothing, is a unary operator which has only one operand. Okay, we can perform with only one operand. Okay, NOT operator is denoted using NOT symbol. I'm going to print NOT a. The output will be in a minus 61 format. Okay, how this perform is done? Okay, how this NOT operator has been done? We will see that in a detailed manner. We got a simple trick in OR operator and NOT operator. First, I'm gonna NOT of a. Okay, this is what we gonna do. Okay, to perform a NOT operator, a simple we got a is equal to 60. Okay, what we gonna do is simply changing the value, adding a 1 to this value, adding 1 to this increment to 60. Okay, the increment of 1 to 60 is 61 and converting it into a negative number. That will be the output of the NOT of a. Okay, and if you have 13 means it will be around minus 14. Okay, this will be the output of AND of B. Okay, we will check this in Python using Python. Okay, AND of B will be minus 14. What if you have a negative index? Okay, for example, I will change this value of 13 to negative number. B is equal to minus 13. If I check the value of B, it will be a positive. If we have a negative number in our variable means the output will be a minus of the negative number and the output will be in a positive value. Okay, for example, if you have minus 13 means the output will be plus 12. Okay, these are the bitwise operator. Okay, next we will see left shift operator and a right shift operator. Okay, now we will see the left shift and right shift operator. Okay, using manual method. Okay, for that, okay, I've chosen these values here. Okay, This is a binary number of 60. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift the value. Okay, what will be my input query means a, my input format will be a print. I'm going to print it with a left shift to 1. Okay, what will be the output will be 120. I will show how this value has been got. Okay, what we going to do is when you have a left shift operator, first I'm going to remove the first data. Okay, what was the first data here? The 0. This is the first data of our value. Okay, I will remove this data. I will remove the 0 and this value has been removed. Okay, and next I'm gonna add a value to here. Okay, I'm going to add a 0 over here and my output will be 0 1 0. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to shift this value to this. Okay, I'm going to shift the value here to this position. I'm going to shifting the position over here. Okay, for example, this 0 will be gone to this 0. Okay, here we will put a 0. Okay, we will have get a 0 here, and this 0 will be gone to this. Okay, gone to this, and it will be 0, and this 0 will be in this position, and the 1 will be changed to 0. 1 will change to 0, and this 1 will be passed to this, and it will be a 1, and this 1 will be passed to this, and this 1 will be passed to this, and this 1 will be passed to this, and as we deleted the last number, first number, and this 0 will be here 0. Okay, this is the left shift operator value for a. Okay, towards 1. Okay, now comparing with this with our table, we got a 128. Sorry. We got another 0 over here. Okay. Comparing this with our table, we got 64, 32, 16, and 8. Adding those numbers, you will get the output value of 120. Okay. This is how a bitwise operator performs left shift operation. Okay. Parallel to this, a right shift operator also can be done. Okay. Parallel to this, a right shift operator can also be done using this. Okay. To create a right shift operator, I'm gonna add a 0 at the first position. Okay, I'm going to reverse the process I've done in the left shift operator. Okay, in right shift I'm going to add a 0 to the first value. Okay, now my first value will be 0, and then this value will be passed to this. Okay, and this value will be passed to this, and this value will be passed to this. Okay, and this value will be passed to this, and this value will be passed to this, and this value will be passed to this. Okay, and this value will be passed to this, and removing the last variable from it. Okay, this is a value of right shift operator. Okay, right shift operator for 1. Okay, matching this with our table, we got we will get 16, 8, 4, and 2. Okay, now we will do this in a Python. Okay, using Python print, I'm going to print a right shift to 1. Okay, the output will be a 32. Okay, our output also will be in a 32. Sorry, 30. Okay, our output also will be 30. Okay, so this is the Python bitwise operator. Next operator will be Next operator will be membership. These are the sums we have done using a bitwise operator. Next operation will be our membership operator. Okay, membership operator is nothing but of we have two operand in and not in. Okay, this is something of conditional operator, like conditional operator. Okay, used to test for membership in a sequence such as string, list, or tuples. Okay, for example, I'm gonna okay, I'm gonna comment everything. Okay, our next operator will be membership operator. In membership operator we have two operand. Okay, in, not in. Okay, in, sorry, in, not in. These are the two operators we have in a membership operator. Okay, we will take a two string. Okay, for example, a, we got a hello world. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to perform membership operator in a. Print, I'm going to print the statement, print I'm going to print hello in a. Okay, it will be, the output will be in a boolean format because I got hello in our string a. Okay, if I change it to hi, it will throw a false value because we don't have a hi in our a variable. Okay, this is why an in operator in membership operator is used. Okay, next thing is not in. Okay, not in. Not in is nothing but of we yourself saying that the hi function, the hi keyword was not present in the string a. It will throw our value true because the condition is satisfied. The hi keyword, the hi variable, the hi string is not present in the a variable. Okay, this is the membership operator. We got two types of operator, in and not in membership operator. Our next operator will be identity operator. Okay, identity operator is similar to membership operator, used to compare the memory location of the object. Okay, it will use to compare a memory location. The keyword will be is and is not. Okay, we will see in this practical. Okay, I will take the string, same string, and I'm going to compare it. Hi is a. Okay, we get a false, and I got also we had an error. Okay, what we gonna do is hi is, okay, I'm gonna check hi is okay. I'm going to perform type of a is string. I'm going to check whether the type of a is a string or not. Okay, it says it's a true. Okay, this is how we can use a is, identity operator. And next identity keyword operator is not. Okay, is not, it will give us a false value because a is a type of a string, but we are passing a wrong condition. But if we change it to an integer, it will true. Okay, the identity operator is used to compare the memory locations and also the nature and the type of the keyword, type of the variables we use. Okay, this is how an identity operator is used. Okay, example, we have a left shift operator like that. We have a string here, and I'm going to print Python in A and B. This is a membership operator, and next one is a identity operator, CD is XY. Okay, we're going to perform whether this is in the format of this, okay, like that, okay. Okay, and this is the end for this today's section, and we will see you in the next class, and we also will give some assignment at the end in the description box. Try to solve it. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your. Thank you.